right? They weren't doing anything. Nothing was going on. So I have for those look, I have restarted so you can go back and rejoin and share the live to see. And please, when you come on, just let us know whether the sound is okay now. Okay, so just started. Let's see. It says 37 seconds since I reloaded. So the very United Nations Security Council seat, non-permanent Security Council seat that President Weah commenced, and when it happened, that people campaign, spend money with lobbyists to deny Liberia, right? That the United Party and the political opposition then rally resources in an effort to signal to the world or to tell the world that no, do not recognize Liberia under Weah. Don't do business. Nothing is working. So former President Weah, and they do not like to hear the facts around these things. And it has to be told. How to go the extra mile in negotiation and, of course, lobbying. Right? Using his personal clout, his relationship, right? His athleticism, because there are people on the continent, leaders on the continent, who endear Liberia simply because of the soccer record of the president. Say, oh yeah, this is George Weah, right? So he used that repetition to open doors, and it's important. That's why it is very, very good that once you have a track record that's exemplary, because when people hear your name, when people speak of you, somebody remember, oh yeah, this is Abu. He used to be the young guy on the show the other time. And, I mean, you have to have those kinds of record. People must look back and say something positive and say, oh, okay, and then they can trust and they can have confidence that yeah, you are good to do business with. When the man was lobbying, going around, and somebody think anybody is begging for a useless group of people to recognize the effort, history has recorded that. You cannot change it. Propaganda can't change it, can't erase it. Right? Your irresponsibility can't take that fact away, because the record always reflects. When you go to the record of the African Union, right, it is reflected that the initial conversation around Liberia's position in ascending to the non-permanent seat of the United Nations, right, on the African slot, was engineered, commenced, right, and secured under the signature of George Manuel Weah as president. These are facts. So when you come to Liberia, you deny it, you put green color all over, you do green Sierra Leone color, you take it and make it our national symbol on a critical national campaign, right? You take Sierra Leone color. So what happens to the red, white, and blue of Liberia? What is the problem? And Liberians are not paying attention to that. When last did we see countries ignore their national colors, right, in a critical national endeavor for some other useless color? The very same people that were complaining here when Samuel Tuer then painted the Ministry of Finance building yellow, yellow and green, right? They said, oh, the men and put Guinea flag color on the building. That one our building. But then when it's a national campaign, what the world sees us, everything, right? Then you take Sierra Leone green and white and put it there. All the t-shirt green and white. All the flyers green and white. You ain't talking about that one. But as soon as it's yellow and green, that the time you say, oh, the men and put Guinea flag on the finance ministry building. That one that they're building. But the president now take the executive mansion and put green and white inside. You're not talking. You're okay with that. Your flag, Liberian color, red, white, and blue. The most beautiful and adult colors in the perimeters of Liberia is being subjected. In fact, this is at the global level. The men carry green and white. Baka carries green and white. And nobody's talking about that. Nobody's asking the Ministry of Foreign Affairs why. Nobody's asking the Ministry of State why. What reason can we give for not preferring our red, white, and blue? Right? The something I saw on the t-shirt that cola nut. Cola nut are not green and are maroon or red. So but anyway, so this were the conversation. And when George Weah and the others exemplify actual diplomacy in the process of securing the seat for Liberia, they did not what? See it as an opportunity to do Facebook propaganda and doing all kinds of party, drinking liquor. Other people in New York, they drinking liquor, they doing all kind of uselessness there. They don't go, they passing around. We know all the things that they're doing, but we don't talk some of them on the radio, right? Then the other group of people here, all of them suspended. The whole government was paralyzed yesterday. Well, what kind of country? And you expect to be on par with Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Botswana, Namibia, Rwanda. That illusion. You're all going to keep dreaming. These people don't suspend, they don't paralyze government for a program that absolutely should have gone on. Say diplomats act in quietude. Diplomats are not noisy people, are not partying people. Any party, you can do party. That is woman you call sound ambassador, sound diplomat. Right? The woman doesn't even appear like she looks noisy. She looks noisy. She appears very noisy. So, but the regime was very responsible during the Weah era in their dealing. Meetings were being held. Kenya and them were flying to countries, dealing. When they were lying that Kenya and they're going out of the country and doing nothing, they were having strategic meetings. President Weah was going from African country to African country. When the AU signaled that Guinea-Bissau had also notified and expressed her interest. So man, you also have to go. Yes, y'all go talk to each other, right? President Weah went to meet, and the president of Guinea-Bissau, a young man who also appreciate and respect. So where is Baka on a friend on the continent? Where you ever saw Baka went to go negotiate for anything? Because everything was all kind of negotiated and set. And this is what they do not want to admit. And you got to admit the records are clear. Even during your campaign, right? You said some of you may post that, we have to start making noise in your ear, man, because they think that we're 2026. In fact, let him focus on this, that. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? The very thing you criticize, you say, we are on leave it. You must forget about it and start doing useless travels. Those were what you used to say. You pigs. These were the things you all used to say, right? And then today now, they see the men so since 2020, let's say 2021, 22, 23 coming, they see we are so, the visionary, the man who is noted for always ensuring that Liberia gets her right place, right, among the committee of nations, whether it's in sports, whether it's in politics that he entered later, right? His drive has always been demonstrated by record, right? His drive and interest has always been to ensure that Liberia is discussed at her right place among community of nations, the community of nations. Unlike Mr. Boakai, who uses our presidency to promote Sierra Leonean culture, Sierra Leonean identity, green and white organ identity, the Liberian identity. You only have to pay attention to small things, and it's important. The man should be using the presidency of Liberia to promote Liberian culture, Liberian identity, right? Liberian symbol. So what thing green and white get to do with Liberia business? You tell. What thing green and white? All of you that are passing around, you say that you're the picture them because you go to foreign affairs to go drink liquor. That liquor been in your go there, you think we don't know to go drink liquor. Party von anyway, yeah, party you go there. Right? Diplomatic occasions are quiet, responsible, or orderly. You could have a little stuff, right, with the president, and of course, other permanent Liberian, irrespective of their political position or disposition, right, and use that occasion as a moment to rally in unity and solidarity, because you just have the opportunity to be president. It does not make you any better than the rest of the country or anybody. In fact, unfortunately, it's the first time that the least human being in the country became president. A beggar, a common beggar, beg for LEC, beg for plane ticket, beg for gas to put in your car, beg for hospital bill. The records are there. Live on loan. The bank manager had to thwart the bank policy to give loan to you without any durable collateral. This is who Bwaka is. Bwaka came from a disgraced background and became president of this country. And you all don't like to hear it, but this is the fact. I'm not making up story. Bwaka is on record. Bwaka is he. I mean, it's a disgrace. If you look at Bwaka history, you feel embarrassed. It's terribly embarrassed. It's useless to remember that this man self for 12 years after it all, people have to beg, people have to rally and do. You know what I mean? To go on social media and do go for me. When you Kumi say, I won't go to America or I won't get money, y'all go do go for me. You know what I mean? But this thing of a president, they go for me. And you think we all might just lose our sense and start saying, you know, Papi, oh. The only thing we respect is our presidency, not Bwaka. The only thing we respect is our presidency. Because you know why? Nobody's going to respect this old man, because this old man have divided the country. Until he realizes, to a point where people who support him, people who are getting peanuts from him, believe that they are more Liberian than other people. And you expect for somebody to alienate you in your country, deny you due opportunities in your country, and you expect to be giving them milk and honey. You must be sick in your brain. Poo-poo, some kind of the poo-poo water you're dancing. Let me tell you, right? From that poo-poo water situation, you guys are the most stupid set of Liberians. You know what I mean? Go to school, some of you get PhD, you're more than say you stole government money. The reason why United Party people, all the education they still appear stupid is because the way they got the scholarship, they stole from the country. You see Pia? Jelime Pia? Jelime Pia is the most useless man that the country has spent money on to educate. Very useless. Who did the bracket? Oh, Ivy League University. Pass around. That useless clown. The country took money. Put money. When Eleanor living, they put money in the envelope. Take that They took him from here. When America to go to school, came back. And when you see how people who have gone to good schools abroad and they come back, you see how they are comporting themselves, their contribution to the national. I mean, are you getting what I'm saying? You see, one will understand that, oh yeah, we went to our lay UL, but we sound part the clowns because they stole from the country. It was not on merit. The scholarships weren't awarded on merit. They were stolen, right? The right people did not get the opportunity. In Rwanda, the state invests in what? In talent. The state invests in brain. The state identifies that, oh yeah, this person, we can spend this money and make this person a doctor to help in the healthcare delivery of our country in the future. Oh, I don't even know what they're saying. PR them to go learn. Because you go learn, you come back, then all you can do that will be causing. The most stupid investment in education that have ever happened for all the others that I think can hear me to realize that that thing what Pierre go do in America say he went to school that my own tax money inside because I working I paying income tax to realize that when that man sounding stupid talking stupid thing from him more to know that the education that he acquired my money inside they think can hear me and more hear all of you you know what I mean that stupid investment when your investment turn out stupid you get vexed that waste of money. These fools, we wasted our taxes on them. They come out, we say, oh, yo, our children can, oh, we spend our children can go and go open your mall to make out. And you come and bring a useless, go open your mall to make out. I think somebody's ought to come bow down to Pia. Say, what do you do? When you having media, something you put your knee on it, damn him. And damn the whole stupid list of nonsense they can be making say people can't be talking for government. Talk working for government, useless government, rogue thieves. To talk working for you. Stupid people, you can't you divided country. You think somebody else to come here and can't get you making honey. And you say you're stupid, you're idiotic. Those of you can be saying, oh my man, be choosing your world. Yesterday, Fagon was saying online. Fagon is the minister that they want you paying your taxes. That's not me. You go tell him that useless fool or paying our money, to be deducting money, paying that clown. That body wasting no idea, idiot, fool. Right? That idiot sat on live podcast in his capacity and in the office of the Liberia broadcasting system. Using government time, government internet, government resources, taxpayers' time, taxpayer resources, taxpayer internet. Right? So the guy sat there and started using words on other people. You don't talk about that, right? But you develop the audacity to come here and want to detect how anybody speak. You know why we're speaking these languages? Because the folks we are talking to, these are the languages that they understand. They have that, and that's that sense of entitlement, and they feel like everybody belong to them. So we don't dignify them, we don't respect them. Let me tell you, the thing is, we just don't respect the people, or they don't know. And when they actually tell them that we do not respect them, the people we use beautiful languages on are people we respect, people who have self-respect, people who have honor. A beggar, and a common beggar, a man who beg for everything in his life. And this is exactly what it is. So that pass. So how you compete against the thing, condemn the thing, then you're throwing party to be drinking liquor, passing around, and your thing is like, what you need to know is at the end of the day, the reality in town is you don't get money to buy rest. Your rent finished. Landlord come and ask you. No job. They train graduation fee. They bring in the information sheet. They'll go tell UN Security Council to go pay the graduation fee. right? But it's a win for Liberia, actually. And kudos to former President Weah and his team. Let me read a statement that was issued by former President Weah. It's important. It is very, very important. Yeah, there's something here giving me issue. I don't know to the part which managing you. Former President Weah said upon the success that we all Liberians will labor for, forget about the attempt by the government to make it seem like that Bwaka are laying onto you whole doing all kind of things. That Bwaka and things. This is a victory for Liberia, right? This is a victory for Liberia. Today marks a proud moment for our beloved country. Liberia has secured a seat at the global table as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. I extend heartfelt appreciation to the government of Liberia. This is maturity. To the government of Liberia, led by President Joseph Boakai. You see responsibility. The man who he used to call Ball, the man can stoop above petty politics to recognize him and call him President Boakai, even in spite of disagreement. Anybody who is not able to go above disagreement and and all of that to demonstrate responsibility and maturity, that person is just petty. And this is who Boakai is. Boakai said after he was defeated 2017 that he would not refer to Weah as president. He always called him Mr. President. Sorry, Mr. Weah, Mr. Weah. The old man was so petty. Liberian did not see it. In fact, Boakai said that he was never going to attend any national event with Weah as president. And Boakai remained committed to his words. Right? But Weah on the other end said no. I extend heartfelt appreciation to the government of Liberia led by President Joseph Boakai. This is Weah's word for ensuring that this monumental national aspiration came to a successful conclusion. Monumental aspiration as a country, we aspire for this. This was an aspiration. This is not an event. It did not happen as an event, right? So that the fact that you, Baka, ensure that this national aspiration came to a successful conclusion, and we give you credit for that. So why are you so useless and you can't recognize other people? And you think all has got to be you. You're so egotistical. Everything must be centered around Baka, 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 Baka. Right? My sincere thanks also go to ECOWAS, the African Union. I don't know, they said Baka spoke yesterday with zero recognition for former President Weah, but I'm not surprised. And all local and international stakeholders who supported Liberia from the onset. I recognize everybody from the onset. So because Baka is not aware of the onset, and he was angry when it began, so he does not even know that it is important to recognize that there were people who helped. While Liberia were passing around too, we had them going around. There were people who were opening doors. But I didn't know anything about those things from the onset and follow through today with a resounding vote. When we began this journey, which is important, folks, the goal was clear. When President Weah and the government of Liberia began the journey to secure the UN Non-Permanent Security Council seat for Liberia, the goal was clear. The goal was not for partisanship or to elevate Unity Party green and Sierra Leone flare color, right, to the mansion. That was not our goal. Neither was the goal to throw parties all over for people to drink liquor and misbehave. No, that was not the goal. The goal was purposeful, right? And that's why it was clear. What was the goal? The goal was to claim Liberia's rightful place. For those of you who are very, very aware of history, Liberia stands and plays and played a very pivotal role in the international arena. As small as we are, but when it comes to international politics, diplomacy, right? Liberia plays a lead role. In fact, Liberia has always championed, right, the global cause. Most times, Liberia is signatory to almost all of the global treaties and charters, demonstrating example for others to follow. Right? Liberia has lost that when people misuse and abuse the opportunity. For over how many years? They say 64 years since the last time we sat our rightful seat on the global table. When former President Weah became president, he said, okay, globally, I mean, there is a need that we make push to re-echo our global position among the Committee of Nations. So my administration is going to lobby and push the effort to ensure that Liberia has a seat on the permanent on the United Nations Security Council, non-permanent seat. So what was the goal? To claim Liberia's rightful place on the world stage and advance global peace and security. Global peace and what? And security. And you can understand from whence we came as an ambassador of peace, as a man who abandoned a flourishing career, right? A career he had the opportunity to make and write more history and say, look, I am doing this to join the United Nations family, right? To campaign for peace and disarm child soldiers. So if this man become president of a country and take a lead and say, okay, in fact, we got to get Liberia here because this is the country I'm from. This is who we are. What you see in me is because of the country I'm from. So this is where we got to be seated in the midst of global tension. Countries unwilling to work with each other. Trade war, economic sanctions, all these things happening. Liberia need to be there. Made the push. Goodwill, former goodwill ambassador, former peace ambassador, right? Former United Nations icon. Made it. And the world bought it. The world said, oh, but look at the man history. This is the man era. This is the thing we know the man can do. I call on all Liberians to use this landmark achievement to work in the collective interest of our common patrimony, Liberia. God bless Liberia. Judge Manuel Weah. This is what Judge Weah wrote. You see the responsibility. You see the soundness in the man. Right? The man is not being petty. You president of a country. And you go do something. Then you say, oh, I will not recognize the man. I will not call the man need. How childish it sound that you are president, then you go do call us speech being in there. How childish it is that you go do that. So star 799 star 11 hash is the code. Let me give some money. We're up with the 30 minutes. So let me pay $120,000 quickly and see what happens. Let me pay $120,000 quickly and then we come back. We'll come back. Gonna do something interesting here. I got some videos lined up for you, some records lined up for you that I'm going to play, and then we all will be here to say. But it's important that we set the record straight. And then when you go to appreciate President, we have pull get vest. Why are you getting vest? That you can pull credit in somebody's phone, data in somebody's phone, before you won't detail what they write on their page. Those of you that used to be here, right? Those of you that used to be here loud. Okay, so let me call this person loud on the issue. All of you gone silent because you're all partisan. You can't talk anything anymore. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
This is Freedom FM. You're live on the radio.
Yeah, I'm Samuel Kwanzan, sir.
Samuel?
Samuel Kwanzan.
Samuel Kwanzan.
Yeah.
Did you play our cash giveaway?
Yes, sir.
How many times?
20 times.
That's how much dollars you spent?
Which is, means just say 4,000.
Wow, that's what you spent this morning. You sure?
Yeah.
How you play? Tell me how you play. Then I'll know whether you actually play that time.
Star 799, star 11 hash. If you send it in, it will ask you to select the amount of tickets you want to play with. Maybe when you select one time, which means you spend 200, you select two times, which is 200, just like that. I select the 20 tickets, I send it in, and he asked me to put my PIN code to confirm it. That's all.
So before you did that, how much you had on your phone?
I had about 6,000 plus on my phone.
Okay, so you say the thing I was saying, let me take the risk, right?
Yeah, I just took the risk because I've been playing before.
Have you won? Have you won before?
No, I've never won
on Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't really play on Freedom like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I just decided to take the risk this morning.
Okay, so congratulations. We're sending you $20,000 for taking the risk.
Yeah.
All right. So when you receive the money, you call this phone to confirm, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Samuel has it. You too can be, and yeah. When we say it, we do it. So it's up to you. So the man 20,000, the man 4,000 quadruple, right? And even more than quadruple. So that's what we say. While we are talking, you grab your phone, you have whatever you have on your phone. You dial star 799 star 11 hash. You just you just may not know what is coming up. Like Samuel, you just may not know what is coming up for you. That's why when we are having a conversation, we always place the emphasis and encourage you to play and play. Star 799 star 11 hash. Star 799 star 11 hash. And like Samuel said, the process is quite simple, right? Once you dial star 799 star 11 hash, the bowl opens right on your phone. And then right there, you can select, let me see, Samuel is calling. Hello, good morning.
Yes, I have received the money.
Okay, so you receive it, right? You see how fast it is?
Yeah.
So you have sufficient money now. You can try. And trust me, once you win, you'll get it.
Okay.
The floor is open for you, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, congratulations. You spent 4,000, you got that. Who knows? So you can close your eye again and say, let me try. Then you tap your BL to 40. While other people are checking and they're thinking that somebody will the way the country has, somebody will take that money and go kill you. So star 799 star 11 hash is the short code. You can select as much ticket as you wish. Once you have the money on your phone, right? So if you have You can play 10 times, which is 2,000. You play you can play 5 times, $1,000. You have 1,000 on your phone, you can play 5 times. Right? So folks, that's exactly what it is. You can play 15 times when you have $3,000 on your phone. And you can play 20 times like Samuel if you have $4,000 on your phone. So we're going to hold it right there. Right? So I am going to what? I'm going to pay to tap some people up because some of you, oh, they won't be tapped up. So to tap some people up, I'm going to pay 1,000 each. Let me see. So with you, why are you trying to play? Let me see you. Pray that your number come there. So tap it up. Tap it up $1,000. Radio entertainment really doing it for you. To win your own thing again, you got to tap it up. So the post say I'm gonna tap. So okay. So I'm tapping you. So be dialing *799, and then one can come a freaking player also. So when you're not playing, you're not Sonny. So I have tapped. So let me pay 1,000 to our winners. I have some of them here to tap them up to get ready for the big one. 20,000. Somebody just won. I'm paying nothing less than 20,000. When you play for it, I give it. So okay. Okay. So this is it. Eugene Fagone accusing America of bringing war in the country. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, ma'am. How are you?
Amber,
You're live on the radio. This is Freedom FM.
I know I listen to you.
Oh, okay. Have you been playing the cash giveaway?
Yeah, I play the other time.
And send out time you don't play.
No.
Send one more ago.
No, now one more go a few days. I spent my 3,400 a day. My sisters are really laughing at me.
But you better that one time you can play.
I've been playing I will.
All right, so we're sending you $1,000. Yeah, to
Alright.
tap you up. You have a chance to win this morning. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Okay, so let me see who else qualify for the frequent player. Another number, right? I mean, I like the women to win because they say you get plenty single mother in the country. So what you can be on, you can be single mother. How they? Me, I can't tell you nothing. I can't tell you nothing. Cool, you jump for in the hole you go. Then you tend to single mother now. Then all of us will start feeling sorry for you. That can happen. Yo. So they are happy. You good to get beer with manual manager beer. Me, I can't tell you nothing. The men are already generous. They won't run away from the responsibility. I can't tell you nothing. The men every time you.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
You're live on the radio. This is Freedom FM.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine. What is your name?
Quita Gavler.
Quita. Oh, the children, they're lucky their money. Oh. So, are you a player of our cash giveaway on the radio?
Yeah.
But at one time you can play it, eh?
Now one time you play, I can usually play, but you have to go just get you out.
Oh, but ain't you not get you before?
No, I think my friends are coming get you.
Oh, but today you don't play nothing. Oh, you just come and get you.
Yeah, maybe
so to you, that how people can get you, you just sit and you play, get you.
Like God can do it, and I'm
Then yes, I'll go sit down near the chair and I go can you so you get you.
No, but I be playing now, so
All
I
right.
will rest.
So we come and saying you $1,000. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
So that $1,000 you get it, you can decide whether you just want to go start your day or you want to get through Google. You want to get through Google and then you play. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Uh,
So yes, folks, that's exactly what it is. Two frequent player, uh, two lucky women, right? Two lucky women. So there you have it. They both have been paid, and that's it. So it's up to you now. It's on you. Star 799, star 11 hash, star 799, star 11 hash. The boys in your code. You can make money this morning. 20,000. 20,000 up for grab. Lots of them. We already gave out the first one. So let's see what happens. So we hold it right there and come back a little bit. So when you congratulate President Weah, I mean it is a good thing. And the reason why certain like bro will even say, you know what, okay, let's go ahead. Let's congratulate President Weah. Because your attitude in governance is becoming so childish. What has happened to Liberia? We're losing it all. And I see people who call themselves people of integrity falling into that. Not reminding that, look, no, at this level, you have to act above the fray. The president is not acting above the fray. The president is acting too petty. The president goes to places, the chairman will write in and give it to him. The president does not ask, oh, gentlemen, but why the speech like this? Why? Why did you omit this one? Why I'm not seeing the former president? You too will be former president, right? The president said, we stand on the shoulders of giants, including President Joseph Jenkins Roberts, Edwin Barkley, William V.S. Totman, William R. Turber, and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who flew the flag of Liberia high on the international stage. Other icons of this democracy we enjoy today, as well as countless unsung heroes who kept our nation's spirit alive through adversity. Right? When you begin the process of listing the names of people, when the United Nations came to existence, when Joseph Junior was president of this country, was there anything called UN? So what kind of shoulder you stand on? What kind of Joseph Junior Rao shoulder you stood on? This is hypocrisy. This is just misplacing the issue because of political vengeance. So our leaders will have to think for all of us. If you people cannot settle and ignore your small issue, how you expect the country to hold in sync? And this is it. And others will not understand it. For us, we've demonstrated that our passion into this is not because certain government official call you on the side and give you $10. Another government give you $5. No, we are good. We are okay. Because in our mindset, we are industrial. We are capable. And sometimes people will be asking, oh, my man, opposition, what I got to do with opposition? Was I in position? That is the thing. All I know I have done in this country is to sit behind the microphone and communicate. That's what I know I've done in this country. So if you have something of a record, you have to unveil that. Other than that, I am not in position. I am not opposition, right? I am a critical voice. I'm a critical voice, willing and prepared to identify abnormalities and call it out, condemn it, right? And remind people it is important. The record you and put harshly in the faces of people their own record and judge them by their very standard they set. For example, when you see us speak to certain officials of government in disdain or dishonor, it is predicated on their own standard. Because the way they rose to prominence, if you use the dirty road to come to prominence, when you get there, you think will come and get you, will come and treat you like this. Eugene Fagon, right? So, who will not know the man in this country? So this is it. But there are other people, and some will say, oh, this, that, right? People you know some are all in the country. Me and I get that your main thing with anybody will come with. A professional relationship with people, but that concept, that your man thing, what people can do in labor, that your man, that my man. No, me and nobody get it. You know what I mean by that your man, right? That your man is that person who people expect you to compromise standard and ethics on, or to compromise. Say that your man. So I'm not into that your man thing with nobody. Oh yeah, I have professional friends, decent acquaintances and stuff, but it does not extend to the point where my acquaintance will flout the standard and my acquaintance expect me to ignore, but yet I consider myself to be a watchdog. No, I don't do that. So if Pia serve me an unsolicited invitation, which is of course what's supposed to be the case. So how is that equal to Pia being my man? Pia has never ever a government institution having a program and they recognize and responsibly are honored. Does not. At that occasion, Pia and myself didn't even meet. We didn't even speak to each other. As far as I'm concerned, I did not go to a PR program. I went to a Liberian government program through the Ministry of Information. And I did not go there to worship any of them. Anybody who saw me there that day, I went. There were some media people that granted interview. Oh, they were shocked to see me. So I went there and then I took my seat, watched the program for a while and see what was going on. Grab and the stuff and see how the program looked like, the personality, the dignitaries and stuff, and listen to the speeches. They were not jeering, and, national. I mean, it was just about something else that I find very, very unnecessary, and I walked out. That's what I did. I walked out. It does not make him a friend. Even my critical conversation here does not erase the fact that he is, and so people need to be able to understand. That's what it is. Mind you, after all of the tough thing, from how I understand it, I go out there. If PM and say I have to meet with boss, hey, what's up? What's up? We go ahead. But that will not stop me from listening to how he runs the Ministry of Information and how he conducts himself on the national stage and forming an opinion about that, whether harsh or whatever it might be termed. So that is that. Nobody's my man in the sense of that my man. Nobody's my man in the sense of that my man. Thank you, big brother. So that is it. And that whole conversation finished. Like we said, it's just basically when you admit it, it's a non-permanent number. It does not have any kind of with no veto powers. You're there, just like spectators. The permanent members are there, they make their decision, and then you are there to say, oh, Putin, land of national or international peace and security. You're always making sure that these permanent members, their decision for the war, always align with the UN objective of peace and security and all of those things, mediation and all that. So basically that way there, but you get no real binding issue. You can change and anything as much as you can impact it. It is good for the country, for any country image, right? It is good for your image, your repetition is good. It creates a platform to make a case, right? Does it warrant the whole country government shutting down to have a big party where people are drinking liquor loosely and doing all kinds of things? Does it warrant that? I really do not think so. I think it's only pettiness that lead us there, because there is absolutely nothing happening in the government. That's why I agree with Conquer, like they said the other time, about 60%, 60 to 70% of the government is that functional. 60% of the government is that functional. That means they do not have any actual thing to do. They just go sit down there, they come outside, they take picture, they get on the internet, they write something about we are, they move from there. Basically, 60% of the government under Bwaka is that functional. That's the fact. The remaining 40% could be, doing some low thing, but we almost 2 years we've not seen anything. So that's what it is. Now, Liberians, what matters? We come back. We're coming back home now. So we come back home. Let me play this video that my brother sent me. Kind Oliver Khan.
The famous Enough is Enough protest appears to be steaming up, while the president and his team appears to be relaxed and living in luxuries. Some Liberians said that's exactly why they're coming out on July 17th. Hundreds of Liberians are threatening to take to the streets of Monrovia, all dressed in white, shouting, "Enough is enough." They will not just be protesting for the sake of it. They are demanding real accountability from their leaders and justice for Liberians. At the center of the storm is a political crisis that's gripping the country. Lawmakers were fighting over who should be Speaker of the House. Accusations were flying, corruption multiplying, and the people left in desperation. From rescue to excuse, and now it's you too. Yes, we did it too is the government new slogan. It's not just a political drama. This deadlock has brought government business to a halt. More hunger and increased prices, including the exchange rate, and the people are paying the price. Things are getting uglier. Enough is enough, they say. The suspicious fire at the parliament, private jets, and disregard for the rule of law must stop. Through all this chaos, ordinary Liberians are standing up. People like Titus Pacala, Lofa Julius, counselor, Isaac Jackson, journalist Alex Bealded, Mulba Morlu, and citizens from every corner of Monrovia and the world are speaking out. They're saying respect the Constitution, follow due process, and stop using power for personal gain. Why does this matter? Because if the rule of law breaks down, none of us are safe. When leaders fight over power and forget the people, trust disappears. So does hope. So they're asking you, what kind of Liberia do you want? One where justice is for sale, or one where everyone is equal before the law? The people are demanding answers, and they may not stop until they get them. President Bwakai can continue to ignore them and fly his private jets or drive his Lexus, but July 17th will be their day to say, enough is enough. Keep following the International Media Room and Across Africa for more update.
Are you all prepared to join the bandwagon of patriots and Liberian citizens who believe that the trajectory the country is on does not serve the collective interest of everybody, and it must be signaled to the president that enough is enough? The narrative that the July 17th protest is about removing Bouaka from power is untrue. The only people I know in this country that want Bouaka to leave the presidency now is the Jeremiah Kuhn faction within the Unity Party. Because that's what they have already set up, a Scarlington government. People have already started tipping themselves for different ministries. Right? So it is not the Liberian people, or it is not the masses who are suffering the pinch of this connected leadership, right? That want him step down. No, that is not the core. We have spoken with the organizers and even some of the people who are beginning to come along, right, with the protests. They are clear. They've said, no, the desire is not basically, it is a thwarted narrative straight from the belly of the devils in power. That's their wishful thinking. But if you are a street hawker, right? If you are a cyclist, if you are a street sweeper, if you are a military officer or security personnel who suffers the pinch of wrongful dismissal, guilt by association, and you and your family have been denied livelihood in your own country simply because the political status quo purged you because of political alliance. This is a moment to remind the people in power this country is for every Liberian. This is where we cannot be deported from. If we earn the opportunity to work in our country, our dismissal must be based on the law. Anything short of that is introducing and welcoming jungle justice. And of course, we all have got the capacity to do same or to reply with the same currency. So mind you, Mr. President, these are our plights. These are our concerns. Your ministers and advisors will tell you something else, but this affords a public opportunity for us to communicate to you directly. Because as we raise our voices through the different radio shows, it appears that these conversations are filtered, and of course, partisan views are the ones transmitted to you. But on July 17, Liberian in their mass have begun planning and have put into action a protest against police brutality, mysterious death, rape, corruption, division, discrimination, right? And harassment, among many other counts. Since the organizers began the process of community engagement, The regime has deployed deceitful undermining strategy. So there are two things, major things we've heard so far. Understanding that the regime has wrong and did not follow the actual process and the acted on partisan sentiment. The very regime have gone back and attempting to make amend with motorcyclists, because they know with the momentum that the protest is taking, motorcyclists, after Gregory Como sent police people to beat on them, they have removed all of the checkpoints, most of the unnecessary checkpoints. Motorcyclists were telling them, "Y'all move the checkpoint." They harassing all, they beating all Batu. Drive across Monrovia. The regime has removed the checkpoints. That unnecessary police presence you used to see all over the place, intimidating, they have removed them. Any corner you pass, you see policemen standing with gun, with batu. Any corner you pass, you don't see them anymore. So that you start to feel like, oh, and you know, they correcting it, but no, that the July 17 is scared of. So if they can already start to show fear for you, the people, imagine when you come out clearly to tell them, say, we want this, stop this, we want that, stop that, right? Your wishes will be granted. Because you will be at you. Molu une go pie around West Point, you come up the hill, the whole, all the market people abandon their thing, they jump in. Yes, we want redemption. We want freedom. We want redemption. We are being suppressed. We want to be free. We did not bring the government here to suppress us. Yes, Mr. Rescue, we are asking you, who have you come to rescue? We need to be rescued. Oh, say, oh, all the thing on, we're losing the people. The people gone. You see the people behind Malu? The people gone. So look, what the people issue? The market women say the police, oh, well, they can be harassing them. You move the police from there. Road users say, you put too many checkpoints. Just say that water, you move the checkpoint. Zogo are the most likely to join in because we promised them rehab. We won't bring the rehab. Y'all go bring the Zogo. Let's get them some money. Gentlemen, y'all set up small cell. Y'all go and engage the Zogo and keep them. Make sure they don't jump. You able? You able? You wasting your time. All you need to do is govern for every Liberian. Stop going after people because of their political views. No, the country does not belong to you. The idea of trying to make the country, these things can bring war. As soon as certain people start feeling like they're being treated as less citizens, their rights are no longer respected. In fact, they are treated differently, right? Anybody come to them about war or something, because at that point, that redemption, and they feel like, oh, I got to redeem my rights. My rights have been taken away from me, so I got to go fight for it. And the government is now cognizant of these things. They just say now, certain people be president, oh, the president doing what? When you yourself know you're not doing anything, and people telling you you're doing what? What you know you're not doing for Zogo, someone Zogo go tell you, say, oh, Mr. President, you're not doing well for all. That very Zogo that went there, July 17, you'll see all of them one by one. You're pull camera. You will see all of them one by one. Because actually, the money you had, the henna you had, that's what they went to collect. They did not mean what they said. So they will be in the protest. Right? They will be there. You're scared? Why you're scared? You don't be scared. You just do the right thing. Who told you because you get elected, that means you're better than every other citizen and somebody's supposed to bully you for what? And somebody's supposed to be afraid of you. You who? Who you are? That respect can earn fear. Which is show respect and things. But you can't be talking to somebody in disrespectful manner and you expect the person to be courteous towards you. No. Recognize the person. Recognize the person you recognize each other, mutual understanding, you get your disagreement, you do the disagreement. How can the country has transcended from that to what we have now? Everybody's angry, extremely angry. Everybody is extremely angry. When political and democratic conversations are just supposed to be about, exercising, flexing intellectual understanding. It's just about who makes the most convincing case. Ultimately, nobody actually wins superiorly, right? But at that moment, if you are to address 10%, right? Whether you win or not is about, if John and Paul are supposed to make comments, the person who convincingly spoke is the person the people will applaud. Does not mean absolutely the person made all of the sense of the war, and that is the case. But if you replace that one with raw hate and start wishing other people to die, calling other people enemy of the state, imagine people calling me enemy of the state. They say because I disagree with President Boakai, with Joseph Boakai. How does disagreeing with Joseph Boakai equal to being enemy of the state? Boakai who steal the country money, rise in luxury, fly in private jet, in Leon a private jet bidding now until one or almost coming to Pakahi. So who actually enemy of the state? When your relatives are laying down JFK dying, the people who are supposed to pass the money to take care of them are buying car for themselves. For me, saying that here, exposing them. Then you call me anywhere and say, you get sense? Something not wrong with you. That means responsible. That means the reason why medication not to JFK. Eh? Your uncle, your partner, your relative, and you can be defending. They're saying that they're useless to that legislature. They're signing deals that have no benefit. Anything about the president, they pass it. When JFK people go for money, they will be tracking it. But your man, your pa, your uncle, then laying on JFK on oxygen. No gas. They're dying. But you can stay calm on Facebook. We want rescue. What is that? I mean, the idea that you are hungry, right? The idea that your life, it's still down there. But you are supposed to be justifying a man who takes home 15,000 at the benefit of himself and his family. You see his children, you see his children, and see your part of children. Your children not even get hope. Their future not even looking hopeful. You see them, the slipper set on your children for. But when somebody sign for you, they send you 300 megabytes, right? You go on Facebook, that Abu you want to attack. You rather get sent, you know who your problem is. You think your problem in the country that Freedom FM or that we that work for Freedom FM? You should be employing us. When you sit down, I always tell you in the country, before you start defending politicians, when you sit down, look at your children. Forget about yourself now because you decide to be useless already. You don't get time for yourself. You can pie around. Somebody call you the bar, they call for you, they carry you. Other person, they carry you. So that one, you probably decide to be like that now. But how you want your children to come to and just join your footstep? Oh, but hello, yeah, what's that now? We're going to take one bottle, sir. So that how you want your children to come to? You hold there that you'll be calling your friend and begging for one bottle. Then you go on Facebook. They don't pay around, scheming, lies. So you go in, and then you be clapping for them. Right? This is embarrassing. So some of why the folks will be coming out on July 17 is out of sentiment like this within the government. Let me bring it. Okay, what do you think? This was written by. This is why Liberians now believe that no, the country can't go like this. Clear cut, and the people not hiding it. Say Rex Bazigia of Noka. Imagine now, this man is at Noka, the national oil company of Liberia. Imagine how this man's decision will be involving other Liberians who are non-partisan of the Unity Party if they meant things that the government should be run like this. Let me read. He wrote, stop giving our jobs to seditions. Right? Says stop giving our job to seditions. And their definition of seditions will be anybody who during the election preferred the CDC argument or the we are argument above the Baka argument. Because that's what politics is about, the argument, the things, the agenda and all. And supported we are instead of Baka. So automatically you lose the right to do business in Liberia. You lose the right to have a job in Liberia. You lose the right to live freely without intimidation. You lose the right to speak out anymore in Liberia. And Rex, the vice president of NOCA, right? Rex Bazigia wrote, stop giving our job. They say the job for them, Unity Party, to quote-unquote seditions. NOCA vice president and Unity Party stalwart, Rex W. Bazigia, threatening government officials. Right? Now, so Bazigia writes, say attention to all within the Unity Party alliance government. They are clear. So this is the message. So your child that you pay their school fee to go to school, they come back. If the UP people can't have record to show that you are a Unity Party person, forget it. That child will not achieve their full potential. They will not work. They will go after, even if you go over join the private sector, they can go for you. It has become clear that leaders within various entities, ministries, and state-owned enterprises, SOEs, are not aligned with our principles and goals. What is that principle? The principles and goals of the Unity Party, not Liberia anymore, nor the standard operating procedure of government, not the principle of the CSA. But the CSA itself, you have a fanatic that heading the CSA that automatically corrupt and erodes the values and principle of the CSA. Right? Because he hold dear the same view. Reports indicate that some of you have denied our highly qualified Unity Party Alliance members opportunities while hiring your friends from the CDC. So I don't know where the CDC friends are working. But the greatest danger in this country is to have the tag CDC mentioned around you. Individuals who have openly opposed President Bouakai and President and Vice President JMB and JKK and do not share our vision, the Unity Party vision. 2023 election is what? A period, right? It comes, it goes. After that, governance. But in governance, somebody says, because people took a decision, even Yana boys, they're coming after you because they believe they don't support Joseph Boakai. And this is terrible. And some of you shamelessly, the partisans who are passing around, some of you are even working. Some of you were in minister's office. Some of you were in minister's office in CDC government, wishing the president death and writing terribly about the government. You worked. You earned scholarship through the government under CDC while your opinion was so wicked and opposing. You worked. Nobody dismissed you. I should call names. People. Some of you serve as human resource manager in the very CDC government that when UP having rally, you wear a UP t-shirt, you go there. But today, you are purging people because you believe they supported the CDC. He comes on further to say, let it be known that we, along with the qualified supporters you are currently sidelining, will stand resolutely in defending our achievements and successes. You rakes ending up on the sideline, threatening to dismiss or remove them. The audacity. See what the country has turned into? It has turned into a party enterprise. Caught in a web of double standard and playing both sides, the Unity Party and its allies will not tolerate these loyal infiltrators. We expect full commitment to our cause moving forward. Please stop denying our well-qualified Unity Party Alliance members the vacancies in your various institutions and preferring your CDC friends. So if you are in government and you know you did not support the United Party, they are coming for you. Is that the Liberia you want to live in? I think no. Are you prepared to stand up against that kind of Liberia that's creeping? You should do so. This is a dangerous Liberia creeping. And it must be corrected. And that is why July 17, the folks are planning to come out. So what is the government doing? Right? On yesterday, I received a call from Mo Ali's Water and Sewer Corporation. From Mo Ali Water and Sewer Corporation, and it will interest you to know why. At the corporation, they have begun identifying people who did not support quote unquote the rescue mission. And they have silenced them, cornered them, right? And compelled them to sign voluntary redundancy. These are the things happening in the country. So they've compelled them to sign voluntary redundancy. What is that? Is to write and agree with your employer that I have agreed willfully for you to redundant me. Even though you have a job to do, you have a task active and you perform it, but because of your political identity or what they have identified you as, right? They do not want to work with you. They want you to go out, but you're protected by certain laws and all of that. And some of you are insisting that you will not leave them or fire you. So they say we are going to compel you to sign voluntarily that you will leave the entity, and that will be on record, so that tomorrow when you go out, you say, "I wrongfully dismissed," because they have received a lot of latches about wrongful dismissal. Then they will come out and say, "No, voluntarily they came in. They said they wanted to be redundant, and of course, as an entity, we obliged, and then we permitted the redundancy. And then when we did, we had to bring in people to fill in the gap. This is going to be the and they act like they're smart. They're so dummy, right? So comparing the people into what Mo Ali says, voluntary redundancy, and all of those that are being considered for that are people that are new in the building during 2023, as pointed out by some of the folks working in the LWSC entity, they pointed finger at their friends. The person here, the other person was supporting Cummins. The person was supporting Weir. The person supported Cummins. The person supported Weir. So they put all of them down. I'm told about how much? 40 plus to 50 or even more, right? Because they're doing it gradually. In the hair office, right here on Ashman Street, that is. No, Front Street, sorry. Now, what is that? What does that mean? So what that mean is, so the people decided to say, Abu, the psychological torture is too much. The embarrassment is too much every time. So we believe peace of mind will be okay at this point. Because we are working, but every day we are harassed, we are terrorized, right? Our salaries are delayed, or sometimes unnecessary things, they bring it up before people can put us in trouble. So some of us, not everybody, some of us, I think we will just someday go sit down. Let them pay or we go sit down. Why are you leaving your job? This is your country. But I'm going to the job, but the pressure on me every time when day break, I'm worried. I go there, some other person will just come. That the CDC people here. That the Jawia people here. And then my functions will be usurped. And we are just there. In spite of our capacity. Some of us were in this place way before the CDC government came. And we were maintained. And we functioned. But because 2023, we supported CDC, that the hell we committed in our own country. So I will just tell the king and go sit down. With heavy heart, we accept it. And the people decided, so they signed. You think that is fair in a country when other people say talking, then you be there, you be talking to the people? This has never happened in any government. Not even in our government. So the people sign, the people finish signing. To pay the people money, they can pay. They have promised the people that they were going to pay the 30th of May. Okay, let me talk to this person. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live on the radio. This is Freedom FM.
Yeah.
Did you play the cash giveaway?
Yeah.
Have you always played? Have you won before?
What?
Have you won before?
Yeah, I won before. But it be long.
Okay, but you stopped playing for long too.
No. I stopped playing for long.
You even the money you didn't play. The system showed that you stopped playing about 2 months ago.
No, then I fought.
Oh,
then
okay.
I fought. If you say the system say they start giving me money 2 months ago, I'll say yeah.
No. I say you stopped playing.
No, then the system lie. Yeah.
So when the last time you play? When the last time you play?
I did play too. I did play too.
That two or they're not defined. But anyway, let's leave that one. We send you $1,000 as a frequent player, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so today we got 20,000 up, okay? Okay, so that's it. So this is how other people's parents are being treated at Water and Sewer. LWSC, Mo Ali, the Lala waterman, who la the la catch up with him. Passing around, you go see your friend and project, you go jump behind it. You say you supply more water into the more. Let here no water. Yeah? You see now, you can't open your mouth to talk about water being again. You go Bapolo, you go steal and la. The la catch up with you. Huh? So to pay the people money, can't pay the people money. The people push, you do all kind of things. Treating the people like trash. People who work for the entity. They've not reached retirement age, but you're comparing them to leave their job. You're comparing them to leave their job. How many people can work in government? Not even correct 2% of the population of this country. And you not even get all of the United Party supporters to work in government. The ones that will not be in government who have to understand that they have picked the sheep from among the goat. That all of you people who support that, all of you that goat, that you're not in government, you're the goat. So they want, because now that pick and choose they're doing, the ones they pick that the sheep. So the sheep people in the government turn their back on the goat people that also they're not in government passing around. All they own they gotta do, they gotta be commenting. Your mind power born you on the earth to come and be commenting for other people in Germany. Other people children in Google school, international schools and things around here. Your child in community school, you go into the parent, you go into the principal and talking about CP. You put your child on CP, then you come on social media, you be defending people on enjoyment, you be defending Mo Ali. Some of your situation so terrible. That has happened. Then you enter that, and under that arrangement, you have to do back pay. And this is how the back pay works. If the person, maybe history in the entity is 15 years, right? You have to pay 1 month of each year for 15. So you have to pay 15 months salary as benefit to that person, plus the arrear. They owe the people. So the arrear plus the back pay is what you have to pay in package. Then the person sign and leave, saying you say you don't want them anymore. The entity say, morally say, yeah, that's what he will do. Putting the country through that course. They say what the leader that follow the leader, what the president did, where they telling people that what the subordinate are doing. So why are you putting the country through extra cost just to accommodate partisan? We come and pay back pay. Assuming if the person's salary was what? Maybe let's say for the least, let's say the person's salary was around $500 or $1,000, so to speak, right? $1,000, and then you owe the person like 5 months or 3 months. But let's calculate the back pay, and this person has been in water and sewer for like 10 years, right? And you can't be say, oh, because the person is support back, so you won't move the person from there. So that $1,000 times 10, right? Now for one person, right? That $1,000 times 10 is what? $10,000 plus, let's say, 5 months salary a year plus what? 5,000, right? Plus $5,000 is equal to what? 15,000 for one person. So water and sewer is willing to take 15,000 from our covers only because she has elected to accommodate partisanship over professionalism. So for no reason, redundant people and take 15,000 from our salary to pay somebody to leave the job to accommodate another person. This is nonsense. These are the things happening to your country, right? Assuming people in the 1,000 category are about, all of the 40 plus are about 10 or 15, right? So you times this by 15, right? You times this by 15, you're talking about $250,000 for 15 people in that category that Mo Ali and the water and sewer management want to get out of the system because they do not see them as a unity party people. This is dangerous. And you all sit down and say, oh yeah, you clap for it. Yeah, they are sedition men. So because they're sedition. So the president had the narrative that seditions are not Liberians. So of course, all of his people carry the belief. And some of you are saying, sitting in the country, you're not politician. But tell me, pretty much, are you satisfied? Do you agree that the country is being run the right way? Does the decision look sound to you? And you call these people smart people? Is there a brilliant decision for you? When people are being owed in water and sewer, and the entity is signing this kind of arrangement only to accommodate partisanship. For how long? How many more days do they have to be in power? You are well over 1,000 more days. 1,300 and change or something to be here. And then you put the country through all of this. And this is happening across the government. You go to Mikat, the same thing. Sakila Nyumalepa ain't doing nothing, you're drinking liquor. Even as we speak right now, probably he's in Bolivar Palace, in one of the rooms drinking liquor. This is uselessness. And you sit down, this is your country, and you fold your hands for just less than 1% of the population in the country to knock you around anyhow. Just less than 1% of the country population. Because even in the government, not everybody agree with the nonsense they're doing. Right? So less than 0.5% of the country population decide to just abuse everybody, right? And do anything at will, ignore all of the law, and you sit down. So July 17th, they're saying, you have to signal this agreement. You have to make the world understand in the government that no, this is nonsense. What you're doing is unacceptable. You have to change course. And this is what it is about. Right? Less than 0.5% of the country's population. A few. So because few human beings get $1,000 job. And the way they think the country is, everybody must think like that. Right? Beginning I used to buy clothes in Weber, now going to boutique, they buying clothes. So that means everybody problem solved. Right? Nobody is envious. But when these things are happening, right? And the vast majority are living in abject poverty, and the attitude from the government is to ignore it and make it seem as though they're living in that poverty, they deserve it, then they must come out. They must come out and say something. And this is what it is about. And you have a few people acting useless around here, and you want to countenance that. Absolutely no. It has to be an uprising against irresponsible governance. It has to be an uprising for change. It has to be an uprising to ensure the rights of every Liberians are guaranteed and protected, irrespective of their views, their creed, ethnicity, backgrounds, tradition, region, and whatever. You ostracize an entire region, right? Simply because the political numbers from that side did not align with your political side. This is terrible. This is bad leadership. This is dragging the country to backwardness, to chaos. And this is what we are saying. The Liberians themselves will have to indicate to the leadership that this is unacceptable and the boss must stop. That is the essence, the overriding theme of the Enough campaign. It has got nothing to do with asking a president to step down. Who table does that put food on? For Kun to go sit down there? The president said that you eat it, rich it for power. Huh? You think that people won't change in their life? You dismiss EPA officer because you have an erratic EPS director who feels entitled and cannot countenance the presence of other Liberians to work because he did not sign their enrollment into the EPS. This is stupid. And these families are out there, and you are lying that you have settled their benefits, which you have not done, and they're angry now. They're threatening. Right? Nicodemously, you are telling motorcyclists that you what? You allow them to plow the streets. Oh, why are you doing so now? I thought you say you got balls. So why are you doing so? Motorcyclists, don't fall for that gimmick. Whatever it is, it's going to be temporary. And the people rise to standard must be protected. And I hear the sleepy justice minister says recently that he's going to open, that he needs 6 months, and that he will start prosecuting Nobody is appealing to you to prosecute. It is your constitutional duty to prosecute, and you should prosecute. And we are encouraging you to do. But why have you not done so ever since? 1 year plus almost 2 years. What? Why? Do we need 5 years to prosecute or to even lift cases? Right? You said the 3 missing boys. You blame it on officials of the past government. You want to do your own investigation and prove it was a lie. So disgraced by that lie, that's why you say all that thing that propaganda was using, won't come and waste our time on it. But because you see people having conversation about protests, then you can't. You think you can mesmerize the people. They fear you less than 0.5%. You don't be afraid of the government. They're not plenty, they're small. The police, all of them are there. Gregor Como, all of them are there. They're not plenty, they're small. The people power is bigger and stronger than them. So you don't defeat yourself. I mean, it will be absolute laziness for you to say now you know you're suffering and the decisions that are being made in the country not correct and all that. And other people thinking that they can outsmart you, they can play smarter than you and treat you like trash in your own country. So let's open the phone lines and see where you stand. Right? As we do so, please continue playing your cash giveaway on star 799 star 11 hash. We still have more money to give out here. We've paid sufficiently already in the frequent player. You still have a chance. Star 799 star 70 hash. So pretty much tell me why you want to go back. Is your life better today? Are you okay? Is everything fine with you? Eh? Are you comfortable with your life as it is? Because this is what the government says. Do you agree? Or you support the protest? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
And let me say good morning to the man listening to this broadcast this morning. Abu, this is David King, and I do join you from my residence. Look, Abu, let me say this. Mr. Barker and his disciple, they will remain on grateful Zama Swan until that tenure in this country can be over. I did not call them on grateful Zama Swan. They call themselves that way. You can run during the election. They had a whole auxiliary called on grateful Zama Swan. So if these people continue to exhibit what they have been exhibiting, even people who failed them, when they were all begging, all were in the street, one guy worked for 12 years, the highest paid vice president in the history of Europe. He could not feed himself after leaving office. One guy started taking loan over the place. Today,
July 17, my friend. Let's talk about July 17.
Yeah. So what I want to come now to behave like is somebody who do well for the people, but Boga should not worry. You saw Molu. Molu just went Central Morovia. A whole Morovia gravitated towards Molu and they took in the West Point. So the protest that is coming out July 17, Boga will be overwhelmed. Maybe Boga will run to a brother Malafiu instead of you to a home to go sit on there. Because
okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
I'm Eric C. P. Philip. I'm calling for Topo Village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very happy for this topic today.
Mm-hmm.
I if you want to protest.
Okay.
Now, what we protest for? We see REC. Who say REC? What we protest for?
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Abu.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning to the Freedom family. My name is Protest Bagley. I do join you from 12 Farm Bushel Island.
Okay.
Yeah, Brother Abu, like you are discussing, going to school and acquiring a degree or knowledge, they apply to so many things. Some people go to school around here and what the knowledge applies, it doesn't apply in public. You go to school to acquire, learn how to interact with people, learn how to make wise decisions. But we got so many looters and railway around here doing a whole lot of things. But Brother Abu, come June 7, Liberia people will resist that. Thank you.
Thank you. July, June 17. Hello, good morning. July 17th, sorry. Good morning. Okay, let's take more calls. Good morning. Zero 776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. And y'all the EPS people they dismissed. They posted they not pay. Y'all gotta call and clarify. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah. This is Agent G. Commonly called Partisan of Nigeria. I'm calling from Rotterdam.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the conversation this morning. Particularly, I want to talk on the issue of the president's speech yesterday. Yeah. The president, Abu, one they made that the headed mansion as president, the country will keep burning until after his 6 years. The man speak about reconciliation. But reconciliation is not from in the mouth, it's from the bottom of your heart. See what he did yesterday? The gentleman there. Now I have to say it. How can you honor President Joseph Dickens Brown? Barkley, Todman, Tobo, Ellie, and the man who initiated the whole process, you let me out. So to call we have me. What is that?
And y'all wasting your
time.
I
think gentlemen there.
In the hall yesterday, they announced all the other countries. The guys even disgrace Labrador. Thank you, Agency G. They made Labrador look funny, right? They announced Bahrain. They announced DR Congo. You don't see anybody yelling in the hall or something. It's a normal procedure, right? Normal something. Diplomacy that quiet you. As soon as they Labrador, right? The show Italia jump, start yelling in the pool. Everybody turn around and look at them. Screech. These things don't happen at that level. Right? You show DR Congo Uno party video now. What everybody dancing, drinking liquor, passing around for UN Security Council seat. Non-permanent. Why are you making the country to look so that kind of way? Huh? They want equal to party Benin. The whole government were yesterday. You know how much government lost? You cannot pay people. I'm told all spending entities are yet to receive salary. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Abu.
Morning, sir.
James Labrador. Calling from the Council of Western.
Yes, sir.
Abu, it's so annoying. Joseph's brother and his two will be doing such a thing. Why will you not recognize the Somalia who initiated this thing? The Sonia is mentioned it.
Yeah, very good for Joseph thinking about.
Yes. I don't know what is the bad thing that President we are saying to this man. But anyway, I was right. What the bad thing there was, we have to bring it back to life. The bad thing there was, we are giving speed that you don't deserve it. So, they have foreign ministers there to dancing for what?
Yeah.
You are the one that was fighting for it. The thing that because of like that they gave it to you, it was because of this ambassador. The peaceful man. Not the rest of the whole world. So it actually be an ambassador riot. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. So let me take a bus of this song and then we'll be back.
Says yes, a good meal, common meal, president power, common brother, then it started getting jealous, so they use it, common brother, try to bring time. Things are happening, do it all time. They use it, common brother, to execute it. Things keep on happening repeatedly. Look at this, I tested out the common man ready, suffering for drugs abuse. They want to amount to certain levels in life. So they create a system that will keep us under. Oh my god, men and get out of rats for the slumber. The rats for the slumber.
Okay, so that was just a teaser, and so let's continue with the call 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear you. This country problem. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, brother Apple.
Good morning, sir.
This is William B. Sanders Jr. President of the University of Nigeria. Let me appreciate you for the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Liberian people need to stand up. And one of the reasons why some of us within or have been done the 2017 process has to do with the president so-called executive order 147.
Okay.
We have done our research, and I think it is exploited.
Which one? The one about the identification card?
The national ID card. The national ID card.
Mm-hmm. I find it very exploitative too. We'll have to talk about that thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Senator has done my research. I think after the show, maybe I can call you so we can, because that's something that caught my attention.
Okay.
So we have done our research. World Bank has given this government initial amount of 38 million and 18 million. So altogether, it's around 43 million in total that they have received for the project. They have to do a decentralization of the project and upgrading. So Kenya has not Kenya, but Togo as well, Ghana as well, and most of these sub-region countries have received such a funding. So it is a World Bank initiative program. So our thing, the point major is that through our research, Ghana is free, Togo is free, and why is Liberia as a country under this government is exploiting the Liberian people after they have received such funding?
Mm-hmm. They won't pay salary, my brother. A salary they won't pay.
The next question is the duration. The next contradiction we saw in our findings is the duration. The Liberian government now is giving 3 years duration for this project after you shall pay your $5 US. 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And our research have made us to understand that the first best practice is 10 years, the minimum. The minimum, one of the countries that we did our research. So why this government has limited the duration to 3 years?
Mm-hmm. It's important. Call me after the show, and I'm sure we can have that conversation with you together.
So it's a campaign. And as you said, I will call you. And then I'm proposing
call me after the show. But look, gentlemen, for your money transaction and things, I mean, you don't allow yourself to be exploited. Tell the people to put your money. Even somebody sending money for you from America, tell them to send it through your mobile money, and that one your number is your identity. Because this whole thing here is sounding very exploitative, like the young man from the university said. These are the kind of things we need the university students to be getting involved with, researching, studying, and coming out and contributing and not throwing stones. Good morning.
Morning, Abu.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Daniel Saki, and I joined you to community this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make my thought on the issue of the president addressing the nation yesterday concerning the United Nations issue. You get very aggressive president. We are going to elect because you go out the country and project President Boga. But we are the one that laid the map, or you put today, you're celebrating the country achievement. So you cannot look at a former president, them got all on the picture, and then we seek the glory for you alone. And so the issue of June 17th, July 17th protest, we will be outside in our normal this time around to tell the Liberian government that all the things they're doing, the Liberian people is tired. So thank you for following me this morning.
Thank you very kindly from the community. Let's go ahead and take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Let's hear you.
My name is Jimmy calling. I joined this conversation.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, go ahead, Jimmy.
Yes. Firstly, I want to commend you.
Oh, Jimmy, you went over. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abu Sherry. How you doing, brother?
I'm fine.
Yeah, as Emmanuel do the keke boy. Abu, Mr. Brother saying where we live for 2 years in has 17 and 2 ingredients. Can you imagine, my brother? You can where we are boss for that year. It was not about people you damage anyway or concern because it's very evil. So that party that this game and saying we are over and I would issue a national issue. We will know that it may very wicked and evil, but they will be prepared to last 17. They must get ready for the entire like run to get in our pocket. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. July 17 is gaining momentum. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Abu.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is what I want to say. There is a man who.
What is your name? You want to call your name?
James.
Oh, okay.
There is a man who is impotent and get another man's wife who is on a pregnancy. So do you think it is what the labor? The family of that, the family plus the man who rejoice?
So you say there's a man who is impotent.
Yeah, impotent and got another man's wife who is on a pregnancy, go to marry to him. So if the woman delivers, you don't think the family and that man will be rejoicing? And who has that child?
Okay, so the man go marry somebody be better.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I understand.
And this man is impotent. And so if the woman deliver, you don't think the family and the man will rejoice.
So let's break it down. In the case that Braga is impotent, for example, and then he married CDC pregnant woman. Then as soon they get married, then the woman deliver with the UN Security Council seat. Then Braga family people start celebrating. Oh, okay.
Then who has the job?
That CDC actually get a job.
Okay, so let us rejoice.
All right. Thank you very much. 7776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Yeah, your conversation with the caller just as a lot. It's so loud. Anyway, to the point.
But I didn't remember your own.
Hey, Gavin, my name is Mohammed. But I want to say this on the video this morning. So the people on the other side, I don't know what they are protest. The protest is not about the state border from power. It's about to get the border to the refugee. So this guy should be afraid. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Why are you afraid? You got protests around here. Why are you afraid? And nobody be afraid. Nothing is going to happen. Everybody's going to stay here, protest, and then the government will have. Basically, all the government needs to do is to listen to the plight of the protesters and give them assurances and respond to them. And that's it. Then everybody go back to normal. So there is nothing to fear. There's nothing to panic. And I believe the rights of the people must be permitted. But folks, we can have these conversations and talk about the many issues that are holding our country behind. And whether you accept it or not, if things does not improve under this government, if the government does not put her acts right, all of us, our lives are going to be delayed by at least 15 years. In 6 years' time, the way we are proceeding, people just pretending, even people who are in government, they're not recounting any tangible progress in their life. Absolutely not. Right? Whether it's in healthcare, whether it's in education, whether it's in rule, all you hear are schemes and propaganda. Nothing tangible, nothing substantive. And we're just going to remain in that cycle. And people are not opening their eyes to the reality. And this is disheartening. It's heartening. So how we living in our own country and our whole life that just cycle? Stay here, can't wait for another say here. We try. Say here. We try. Right? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you. Who's in care? Who's embarrassed now? You can call this now. Because the thing here, you know, the young man decided to put a little life and say, oh, let me go talk with the government. But all they are making the young man sheen. The man spoke again, your own people, your own Cayman people for your business. Stay, you're making the mention. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You don't think the men are like, family? The men are young. This is special car. I want you put it right. This is why we are encouraging Liberians. We have been in the corner for a very long time calling on this zero show that they're not easy, the only thing that will prove that is for us to tell us July 17th. Now, they have been sick that they didn't deserve to get cause for play. They will set the foundation. They have an opportunity to have under their leadership. This will be the litmus test for them July 17th. So don't be afraid. Sure, that when you go in the market, you can't get $1,000 and survive in the market. Tell them that the US rate is skyrocketing. Come on. Tell workers that the insecurity in the country is so huge. Tell you that your police can shoot and kill as they are. Come on. To make sure that we made a day successful. If it costs us to be there more than 1 day, more than 2 days, let's be there. People will come, they will bring water, somebody will come, they will bring rice for you to eat. Okay, but you're not already eating the rice. You're sleeping hungry. So come on the street. Somebody will be there to provide something for us to sustain on the street until we can do the needful. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Patient calling from people.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue of the protest, Liberian people shouldn't be afraid. Baka went in jail, they killed people. People say in jail. They went real. They killed the students.
Yeah,
people say we are.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be afraid. Baka went over and killed people during the election time. People say in over. So when they killed that day, people will say this. So that people shouldn't be afraid. Shouldn't be making a point afraid. Oh, get it, how don't talk no. We'll continue doing it.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Be brave. Stand up for your right. Let me tell you a case with Kenya. You know, when William Ruto won the election, he almost proceeded in a partisan fashion. And the young people saw it that their rights, and the things they enjoy were being determined by partisanship and all of those things. Among the many lapses in what they observed in the new government, they decided to stand up. And when they stood up, they held their grounds, they made demands, they required the president to change his format and be inclusive, and they compelled him. He felt he could have held to his ground, but the weight of the people action compelled them to come out. And that's how, right? And that's how you see change happen in Kenya. And that's how change happened in Kenya. And since change happened in Kenya, all is not well, but the government has demonstrated listening ears. Right? The government has demonstrated listening ear and a sense of responsibility. Recently, I shared the president's pronouncement of over 110,000 new jobs for the young people. And this is on the back of several other initiatives targeted at promoting the young people, inclusiveness in government, and of course, leading a wholesome functioning society. And this is what must happen. This is how the narrative, the conversation has to be designed or developed. Nobody should sit down and settle with the mindset that we all have to wait for 6 years before the right things happen. No. Merit must return to the Liberian governance system. The culture of partisanship must be kicked out. And we must be particular about elements in government that are heralding partisanship as the yardstick for holding government job or working. The protests will be demanding the lack of Mo Ali, the lack of Siafa, the lack of Rex Bazigia, that they must go and form the Unity Party Republic. They must go and form the Unity Party Republic. But for as long as this remains the Republic of Liberia, every Liberian must be included. And this will be the demand to the president. If the president is not prepared to accept those demands, then he will be ushering an opportunity to exit, to leave, and go live in a private corner where he can just act a party away. Nobody will go to your house and say, oh, you got to incorporate other people who don't believe in you. Folks, this is how we like to go home. And this is how we like to go home on the Wednesday morning edition of the show. It has been a great opportunity. It has been indeed a great opportunity engaging with all of you, our well many listeners. And we're going to continuously have these conversations to conscientize you, to educate you on why you must stand up for your right and why you must not accept things the way they are, and the power you have to alter your fate lies with you in your collective voice. If you do not, then you demonstrate to your oppressors that you are weak. You stand for nothing. To the extent that you are prepared to die with hunger and not speak out. To the extent that you are prepared to die in suppression and not speak out. But July 17th is coming, and the folks have already begun the mobilization. We have not endorsed it yet, but we are still reading. But we're just educating you on your civil rights and duties. My name is Abu, and of course, until we meet you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time in Liberia. Remember, when they were coming, said they were freedom fighters, and when it became their time, we're seeing mysterious death, rapes, corruption, and all have become the order of the day. Bye-bye.
Ayo, 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 ayo.